Yo, Aunt B, it's See More Better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and tonight I'm going to show you how I cut lenses for your Versace 1257. Of course, your Versace case, Versace cleaning cloth. Oh yeah, the gift box that it came in. And this is the Versace 1257, color 1436 in the gold, in the 55 eye size, and of course, you know where they're made at. Made in Italy, and it's got the Greco emblem going all the way down the side. Classic black and gold styling. Look at that light hit it. Come on, let's see that bling. Will it work? Will it work? The way this metal is etched, this thing will set it off. But guys, pay attention in this video, because when these lenses are cutting, I'm going to bring up a new subject I've never talked about. I'd love to get your feedback in either email or in the comment section below. But again, these are going to be Transitions Gray lenses for Aunt B's Versace 1257. And he is one of my earliest customers. He knew me when I was playing the, what do they call it? I'm drawing a blank. Let me pray it'll come to me. But I made you 1492. I'm up to 1497. But I pulled this one aside today because it all started with you. You knew me when I was playing the small gigs. That's it, the little nightclubs before I made it big. Before I was doing sellout concerts worldwide. Little stylist going to pop up. You guys have seen all this. But this guy, 1492, just over 500 years ago, some change Columbus set forth to create a new way of living. And just over 500 years and some change, that's what I'm doing now. He was with me in the early days, one of the first people to ever buy from me. Recognized the skills that I had, knew I was going to go far. It's been over 5 years. It's actually been 6 years and some change. I'm to where I'm at with the website, and now as of today, I'm going to kick off something new, which I'll explain to y'all coming up. Never talked about before. Stay tuned, stay tuned. I really want to get your feedback on this idea. But that just shows me his loyalty. It just shows that when you do something good, people come back to you year after year. He's a businessman himself. And so I really appreciate and I truly respect him coming back to me. Yeah, now, of course, I can do it cheaper than any of the doctors around. Yeah, that's one thing. I can do it faster in one day's time than anyone else around. That's true. But he could pay more. He could make it take a long time. But it keeps coming back to me. Prescription is minus 150, minus 100 at 102, minus 150, minus 100 at 102. Let's make sure everything's on, put it on 0. The power is minus 150. Let me do that. Let me concentrate. Let me do a good job for him. I owe him that after all these years. I don't know if this is the 10th, 11th, 12th pair. It could be very close. He could be one of my most purchased people out there. Could be. I can't remember. There's other people giving them a run for their money. There's even people who do it with non-prescription lenses. Of course, let me do this. So when you get the original packets, minus 150, minus 1 at 102, minus 150, minus 1. These are the Transitions Gray lenses, and I don't know why, but I always like to use red when I do the right or left. Put an R on there. And the left eye, minus 1 1/4, minus 75 at 67, minus 1 1/4, minus 75 at 67. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve. Oh, here's the other thing. This isn't the major announcement I was going to do, but I'll be picking up the Kazal Legends again. I had them years ago when I had a partner, but I parted ways with that individual. I lost a few frames in the process. I can't order anymore, but I'm be putting together an order for the Kazal Legend series, like the old school stuff Run DMC, Spike Lee used to wear. So anyone who hears my voice tonight and you want a Kazal Legends, I'll give you a real good price on it. Not just the frame, but on the add-on to the lenses and all that, because I got to buy about 20 frames, and they are not cheap. I got to buy 20 to become a dealer again, and I'll give you the hookup if I can start to get some of my money back quick. But he even said he was going to do that for me after these. So this is the left lens, and I just blew it. If you guys missed any of that, let me recap. So, all right, where are we at? Pupillary distance 33.5. This is a cool shape. I haven't cut one of these yet. 33.5. Let's raise the optical center up 2 millimeters to 22. I want to do that. Anyone out there listening, Google Kazal Legends. If you go to eyewear.com, you can click and see all the frames that are available now. If there's something you want, email me. I'll leave my email at the end of this video. Of course, you can click the contact me button on the website. I will order it for you. If it can be one of the frames that I have to purchase in my initial order of 20, you will be getting the hookup. I am telling you. So, what's the PD here? 34. Let me tap that button one time. Come down here. Come down here. Come on. Come on now. Hit that button. That's good to go. Take this out. We don't need that anymore. Come down here. 1492 polycarbonate lenses, not polishing the edges. Press that on there firmly and hit start. Just like every other video, the clamp shuts. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 light styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And it's measuring the shape of the right side of the frame now. In the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once, is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel for the least amount of edge thickness showing. Now these are polycarbonate lenses with transitions gray. Polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It's virtually unbreakable, bulletproof up to 22 caliber, has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens, as well as a premium scratch coating. Now here's what I wanted to tell y'all. I did some research this morning. I saw an interview on Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. He was working as a hedge fund manager when he realized that in 1998 there was 2,400% growth of internet sales, of which I'm a very small part of now. I started doing my thing about 6 years ago to build the website up. That's where Aunt B found me at, the old spot. He worked with me in my early days when I still had a partner. Started buying for me. I went out on my own, built the website, doing all my thing, helped paying for my own equipment. But Jeff Bezos wanted to find a business model that would work for him. So he picked books because he said at the time it had the most diversity of any one product. Now he offers everything in Amazon Prime, but it made me Google current internet trends, and I got, there were about top 10, there's always a top 10 list. But the biggest growth now is for subscription services like Netflix, some other, music platforms that had nothing back in 2008, and now they have millions and millions of subscribers. So what I'm thinking about is a prescription subscription. A lot of people say, well, I don't have $250 to spend on a pair of Versace's. By the way, these are $270, but you get my point. People get glasses every couple of years, except for Aunt B. He always gets a couple from me, but he's got it like that. But what if you were to pay just over $10 a month, $10.61, I believe, and at the end of 2 years, you would have roughly, let's see, 250 divided by 24, $10.41.666 cents. So if you paid $10.42 a month, at the end of 2 years, you would have $250 store credit that you could apply towards any pair of glasses that you want, or you could gift to anybody. Essentially, it's a health savings account through me, your personal optician. So at the end of 2 years, if you wanted to get a pair of glasses every year, you would have, let's see, times 12. You would have roughly $125 saved up already that you could apply to that. So leave me your questions and comment. If that's something you want, I'll have my web designer put a little block on my website. Click here for your own health savings account, your subscription service, so that instead of spending $250 once, you could set up an account, and every month PayPal would subtract what was it, $10.41 from your account every month, and you just keep getting store credit, and you would accrue it like a 401k, like money in the bank, and then you would be sent a notification. I'm guessing, I'm still figuring out all the details, but at the end of 2 years, you would be notified and said, okay, or when it's time to get a new pair, and we'll go and look up your account, and it'll say, oh, here it is. Here's your total dollar amount up to date that you can apply towards anything. And so this frame is $270. The transitions adds $69.99 for a total of $339.99. But if you had, let's say, $339.99 minus $250, you would have a balance of $89.99 to apply towards the purchase of your glasses. And I'm just seeing if anyone out there would be interested in doing that, because I have people who email me and say whenever I get enough money I will do that. But you know, we have a lot of subscription services. Just go ahead and get set up. It'll withdraw the money automatically. Set up your own account and flip that over to L, hit start. See if that's something you want to do. It sounds kind of cool. I'm the first optician to ever offer that. I'm the first optician to ever do videos showing me cut your lenses, showing me explaining what your prescription means, your astigmatism, people who have prism, people who have high prescriptions, people who have diseases. I explain all of that. Let me come back down here to 102, check the power. But let me know if you'd be into that, or if you want me to start offering contacts. If you want anything, you know, the new contacts for transitions are out. If you guys want that, I can get you some of those. We can do that with contacts if you want, although there's major players out there that quite honestly could do it cheaper than me, because they buy it by the oil tanker full. Oh yeah, we good, that's perfect. But that's pretty much it. So in the comment section below, let me know if that would work for you. If you don't like it, if there's anything about it you do like, if there's anything about it you don't like, if you have any questions how it would work, it would help me sort through things. Let me know what you would need from me. Let me know what I would need from you. Right now, when you go to my website, you can set up an account, and that's pretty much the same thing, I guess, except it would just, the money would be subtracted from your PayPal account monthly. And if you wanted to put more, I guess you could. If you wanted to put less, you could. You pick the amount that you want to do. You could pick if you want to do it every year, if you want to do it every 2 years, that kind of thing. So essentially it would be your prescriptionsubscription.com. I know, it's not catchy. I'm working on the wording for that. I've got to figure out how to do that, but I just thought of it this morning after watching Jeff Bezos. It was on Instagram. And it was his very first video that he did in 1998, standing out on his grass in his front yard in his barely middle-class home. And it was a pretty cool subject. He was looking at current trends. It made me think about future trends. And the reason I got started doing this, I have to get 8 hours of continuing education every year. And there was a lecturer who asked people, how many people sell online, and no one raised their hands. And he said, come on, no one's got the courage to admit that they do that. And this was probably, again, 7, 8, 9 years ago. And he said that, and this is, by the way, Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. But, so this is probably 2011, 2012. He said it was about 7 to 9% of internet sales were glasses. Every year it was going to go up a couple, to 11, then to 13, and then increase exponentially. And he says that's what technology is. And then a light bulb went off, and I said, I don't just sell glasses, I sell technology. My technology just happens to be glasses and prescription eyewear. There's a million people out there doing it. There's people doing it cheaper. There's very few people doing it faster. And if I may pat myself on the back, there's no one doing it more accurately than me, because I've got nothing to hide. That's why I show y'all what I'm doing. I am a licensed professional optician in the state of North Carolina. Most of the people who cut your glasses are literally machine operators who did not go to school for this. When they see a prescription, well, they're not going to get one faxed to them, and the boss is just going to hand it to them, and they're blindly going to make it. I look at everyone's prescription. I give them feedback. I bring up points for them, whether it's their prescription's going to work in that frame or not. But yeah, I sell glasses, but what I really sell is technology. I bring my lab to you. I explain everything. I'm used to patients years ago standing next to me while I cut their lenses. Everyone asks the same questions. That's why I repeat a lot of the subject matter, because if you were here standing next to me watching this for the first time, people are pretty much the same. They have the same amount of questions watching the process. And I'm not going to explain his prescription. Go back and search Ant B, A-N-T-B, in all my videos, and you'll see me explaining his prescription. Check his PD form right now. That was the inches. That's why I'm flipping around. I'm doing it in millimeters. So that's good. If I were to do it in inches, I have no idea what that would be. Hang on, let's do that. Let's do this side. 0. It's going to be 2 and 7/12 and I think there's an omega and epsilon in there too. But all right, let me get back to work. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of the idea. I'm gonna get these in standard alignment for people watching for the first time. I'm gonna put these, well, let me clean them off too. This is the portion every video that I explained. This purchase is tax free and includes free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. So just stop by your local place and tell them if it's too loose or too tight or high on one side. They'll know what to do. It only takes about 30 to 45 seconds to adjust a pair of glasses properly. But again, I'm going to get these in standard alignment, known as a 3-point stance, 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. And when I say wobble, I'm part of that 80% too, y'all. When I press down on mine, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. And for those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Versace 3245. What is the color code? I can't see with my glasses off. It is 5237. I'm wearing the 53 eye size. This is also available in a 55 and a tortoise, as well as a black and silver. This is the blue tortoise because I'm all about some blue. And the silver on the sides matches the silver, well, the wisdom highlights I got coming in over my ears to make me look smart. That's how I fool people. But this is what your lenses look like clear. Oh, I didn't flip them back over again. By the way, that's your cleaning cloth you're going to get from me. Flip them over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Keep seeing dust. My lab area gets dusty from the cutting of the lenses. But this is now what they look like clear. I'm going to activate them for the first time, meaning that I'm going to expose them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. Now, as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken all the way. A little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Aunt B and everyone else listening to this beautiful voice of mine, all transition lenses get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years with maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet light that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't get dark in a car. They're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I'd like to remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees. Now, if you notice, it's a little bit lighter in this corner. That's because the way I was holding it, I must have been holding it like this. And this side was getting more light than that side, but that's pilot error. That ain't mechanical failure. That's me. And so, if you don't believe me, let me make that corner even darker. I'm going to turn it this way. And that's why I sometimes rotate them back and forth. You'll see me pivot the frame this way so it gets evenly done. But now there's some new transitions extra active that'll get super dark outside, as well as about 30 to 50% dark behind a windshield. And I should have mentioned those to him with a gold flash mirror. That would look good in here. Get that gold mirror in there. But that's it. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. You can email me with any questions to freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. I know that's a lot to say, so that's why you can just click the contact me button on the website, or you can leave a question or comment in the comment section below. As I keep rambling, my mouth is going to keep getting lighter and lighter. But again, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my subscription service and pay, if you don't want to pay $10 and 42 cents a month, you can do $5.21 a month, and that'll give you $125 at the end of 2 years, or however you want to spend it. If you want to put more in, if you're like Aunt B and you want to get $500 worth of glasses every year, let's just see what that would be. That would be $41.67 a month. You set it up how you want to use it. If you wear the invisible bifocal, and I do a lot of progressives for people, I do a lot of transitions extra active with the flash mirror, but I will do it to accommodate your lifestyle. You set the budget, you maintain that. I've got it now. Before I keep giving my ideas out. I've got to run this past the guy who built my website for me and tell him exactly what I need to do so that it's going to work right. But again, leave me a question or comment down below. Let me know if that sounds good, why it doesn't sound good. Come on, give me some feedback now. I don't mind pushing the envelope. Again, I'm the only optician on the internet that has nothing to hide. I show you exactly how I make glasses, and I explain the prescriptions on every one other than this one. But yeah, tell me if that's a good idea or not. I'll run with it. I'll redesign the website. We'll make everything happen, and that's it. So Aunt B, you have been with me since day one, man. Dude, I'm telling you, I appreciate the loyalty. I'm loyal right back to you, making some great stuff. And everyone else out there, this guy, like I said, I've probably done anywhere from 10 to 15 pairs of glasses from him. I've lost count. Shame on me, but that's how many he's been getting since in the 6 years I've been doing glasses for him. He's a businessman himself. He runs his own, he has 2 businesses, a restaurant and a hair salon. So he knows what it takes to be an independent businessman, as we both are. But this is, again, the Versace 1257 in the 55 eye size, color 1436 gold. Now, it's not all gold. It has the black and gold on around the frame with the gold notches there. It's a vintage look. This is part of the vintage collection. These are made in Italy. Your lenses are cut in Durham, North Carolina. And everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.